Married at First Sight Australia Season 13, Episode 18. The couple's got their family and friends visiting. There's a meltdown over a picture of an ex. And yo, you know how I've always said male is the worst? Well, brace yourselves, because we have a new contender for the most garbage person on the show. Let's talk about it. Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Elisa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mella, Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but it's love to be found. Stephanie, Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce, this the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro. Boom. So let's start off with one of the most weirdest, craziest things that goes down this episode. Joe is lying in bed, chilling, and Juliette needs to confront him about a video of him that got sent to her by one of our homies. She seems genuinely shaken up. And yo, when I watch these videos, I go in completely blind, so I had no idea. I was on the edge of my seat, like, yo, what's in this video? Did homeboy get caught creeping in 4K? Like, is it a video of him with another woman? Is it a video of him saying some cancelable, questionable stuff? Like, what is it? What's in this video? So it turns out in this video, homeboy's playing the drums. He's doing up Stacy's mom. You know, Stacy's mom has got it going on. You know what I'm saying? But he's not using drumsticks. He's using these two massive... Listen, it rhymes with mildos. He's got a black one in his right hand and a white one in his left. And he's just going ham with it. Stacy's. Now, personally, I think it's kind of funny because it's just so weird and unexpected. But I can see how it can come across as a bit corny, a bit cringy. Like recently, the rappers 50 Cent and T.I. had this crazy beef. There were diss records and memes. And one of the images that T.I.'s camp released to make fun of 50 was an image of him with some toys, right? And like, I'm guessing it was promo for the products or whatever. But it made a lot of people clown him. There were a lot of hip-hop YouTube commentary reaction videos calling him sus and questioning his sexuality and stuff. So I can see how some people would look at that drumming video and just look at homeboy sideways and get the ick or whatever. I can see it. Now, I don't play the drums, so the equivalent of that for me would be me doing a song or this recap while holding a thick, girthy, and I'm just like, hey guys, welcome to Married at First Sight Australia. And it's just there, like, hey guys, welcome to... Like, I can see how, you know, it's a little weird. I can see that. But yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always been curious of getting like a replica made. Like a life size. Hey, maybe when my YouTube channel's big enough, instead of getting the same old predictable, boring sponsors, I'll work with a company that does up like life-sized, realistic, veiny replicas. And like... And I'll be like, hey, click the link below, use my code to get a discount. Yo, the whole thing's kind of ridiculous, but Juliette, she is fuming. She feels embarrassed. She's like, why would you post something like that? This is giving me the ick. I just think we're two very different people and, you know, this might not work. Joe is like, hey, it's just a joke. It's just some slapstick humor. It's not that deep. They go to bed. The next day, Joe's made her some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to, like, you know, a clean slate, but she's not having it. Homegirl's checked out. Like, she's just not rocking with it. For the OG couples, it's family and friends week. Scott and Gia have their people rock up, and it starts off pleasantly enough. The vibes are good, but Scott's homie brings up his ex. Like, hey, is Gia a better version of your ex? And Gia's like, yo, don't compare me to his ex. Don't compare women like that. They bring up the whole drinking thing, because Scott drinks and Gia doesn't. And, you know, they're like, how are y'all navigating that? The vibes are super weird and awkward, and Gia feels like she's low-key being attacked. And yo, she's mad at Scott for not having her back. We check in on Chris and Sam. They get to do what the OG couples have already done, watch each other's audition tapes and that. Chris knows that when Sam watches his, he's gonna find out about the whole him about to become a dad thing. So he hollers at him like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I am gonna be a donor dad. Sam's like, congratulations, man. That's amazing. They hug it out, and Chris is like, hey, that's not the only kid I'm having, though. I've got another one coming on a surrogacy tip. Sam's still cool with it, like, yo, that's dope. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's refreshing to see this thing that could have potentially turned into this whole big drama just get resolved with understanding and a hug. It was beautiful to see, man. Shout out to these two. Next up, we check in on Danny and Beck. Family and friends on deck, food, drinks, good vibes. Beck brings up the whole Gia thing, and her dad's like, well, how do we know he never said that stuff to her? Like, how do we know? But yo, he can see that his daughter's already sprung, so he's like, hey, if you're happy, I'm happy. We check in on Tyson and Stephane, and Tyson took on board the advice he got from the experts. Well, the advice he got from John, because, John's a dude, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the two of them seem to be vibing. They do up the whole timed eye contact task. They hug for 3 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. They've got some questionable views and whatnot, but purely based on chemistry, there's a few little sparks there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after the hug, he's like, hey, I like what you were doing with your hand, you know what I'm saying? With that whole rubbing and running your fingers thing. And she's like, hey, I got you. Like, the chemistry's popping. See, the thing is with these two, if Tyson was to soften some of his more extreme views, they could actually make it work. Cause, she's halfway there. She already believes in what he believes. It's just not as extreme. And yo, the chemistry is popping. So, all right, now let's check back in with Juliette and Joe. And baby, trouble in paradise is an understatement. This chick is being Mel 2.0. In fact, I would go as far as saying she's being a whole lot worse than Mel ever was. It's like, we get it, man, okay? My man made a corny, cringy, weird video. Like, it's not that deep. Shake it off, man. Because they've been given a task, okay, to like ask questions, get to know each other better. And she's just like not having it. She's just giving one-word answers, doing up like little insults, little jabs. And, she picks one of those little cards up and it's like, what I need more from you is space. Yo, she looks visibly annoyed, tired, checked out. It's low-key kind of uncomfortable to watch, man. Because I like a little bit of drama. I like a little bit of toxicity when it's like back and forth. But this is just one-sided. We end off the episode with Scott letting us know that Gia has stormed off. She's left the experiment because a photo memory popped up on his phone or whatever from like 5 years ago, and it was his ex. And Gia, she was like, yo, delete that. You don't need that. You're with me now. Scott was like, hey, listen, that's just a memory type thingy. I haven't spoken to this girl. I haven't seen her in years. And Gia was like, all right, that's how it is. All right, cool, whatever. She packed her bags and dipped. Alright, so that was the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll be back with the next joint. And until then, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.